So what's your day like as a startup founder? Well, that's actually a trick question because it changes. And it changes based upon what stage of maturity your business is in. So what you do and what your day's like when you are putting together your first product or service for your very first customer is completely different than your day when you're servicing 100 customers in a day. There are certain stages to look out for as key transition points. And this trips up a lot of entrepreneurs because they miss these transition points. And so what they've been doing last week that made them so successful isn't feeling right 2 weeks later because they've gone through this transition and didn't realize it. What are these transitions? The first one is you need to start by experimenting with your product or service to be able to get customers to actually want it. When you're doing that, it's internally focused. You're working with some other teams or maybe some contractor or a machine shop or something. Let's try this, let's try that. Your day is about huddling and figuring out what to do as new information comes in. New information that may indicate that something was harder or easier to do than you thought, or something that a potential customer is telling you in feedback. And so it's a very fluid situation. You want to be dealing directly with the people that are going to help you fabricate this product or service. You want to iterate as quickly as possible. That's what your day is focused around. Now, the moment you get a new customer, your first customer, the success of your business is going to depend upon making that customer really happy and understanding why you're making that customer really happy, because the chances are it's for a reason that you didn't anticipate. When customers start using the product or service that you deliver, they're interacting with it in highly personalized ways, and you want to understand, hey, what did you like about it? Why did you like it? How can I make that even a greater experience for you? So you have to become externally focused at that point in time. And so your day shifts towards responding to the customer and to creating relationships with your customers, and then translating that for the people that ultimately you're asking to figure out how to deliver this product or service on an ongoing basis. You're asking them to figure out, invent ways to make this a repetitive process. That's a second stage in the development of the company. It's externally focused, and it's a lot of translating what you're hearing from customers into how you're going to do things on a repetitive basis. Once you've figured that out, though, you have to go into a new phase, which is about making sure that how you're delivering the product and how you're making your customers happy is being done in the most efficient way possible. When you start your company, it's about delivering it reliably. At first, you don't need to optimize for cost and flexibility and scalability. That comes after you've stabilized things. Then you want to optimize. So you're in an optimization phase. There, what you want to do is develop processes, routines that you're doing over and over again, faster, more productively, with higher quality and repeatability. So that's a whole different mindset. And there, you're in a lot of meetings that are figuring out, hey, here's the steps that we need to do. Here's a way to do it more efficiently. And you're still finding out what your customers want more from you, because that's the thing that you want to be scaling up. Now, a final phase happens when you are very efficient. You should be very profitable at that point in time. And then you need to be thinking about how to make your company at its core very innovative. So you want to create some innovation processes. And these are things where you want to have certain teams of people, creative teams of people, people that understand your customers, and focus on new ideas, doing new things, because ultimately customers, through no fault of your own, are going to die or stop using your product, and you need to replace them. So you need to have constantly new ideas going after new customer sets. And that phase is about, as a leader, inspiring people to be innovative, to think outside the box. And ultimately, you've got to create an atmosphere where they don't feel the need to constrain themselves with everything being just about the lowest cost possibility as being the only possibility that you consider. Those are 4 phases, and your day is going to be completely different in each of those 4 phases because you're focused and concentrating on something completely different during those times. There's no one answer about what the day in the life of a founding startup CEO looks like, and it needs to change. And so if you've been doing things for too long one way, you might be starting to worry that you're stalling out. And that's the right thing to worry about.